What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2012 movie Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. So, in this movie, Johnny Blaze is trying to protect this boy and his mother and get them to this safe place in exchange for his powers. He makes a deal with this guy that's, I think he's like an angel or something, that agrees to take away his Ghost Rider powers if he, and get rid of the deal he made with the devil if he can bring these two to him and help protect them and everything. So that's pretty much the story of the movie. Of course, you know, by the end of it, he does lose his powers, but he ends up getting them back by the end of it because he ends up deciding to take them back so that he can fully save this boy. But this movie was one that for a long time I considered to be the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen. But I rewatched it for the first time today, and I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I used to. I wouldn't say I like it because it's not that great, but it's a lot better than I remembered it to be. There are a lot of things about it that I don't like, but it's a lot better than I remembered. Nicolas Cage is still okay as a role and everything, although there's times in the movie where it feels like he's just kind of phoning it in. He's not really enjoying it, but there's also times where he acts over the top crazy like you expect from Nicolas Cage, so it's kind of his performance is kind of mixed on that. But you also got a pretty decent supporting cast, especially Idris Elba, who plays Moreau, who's like this the guy who sends Johnny Blaze to protect this kid. He's pretty good in here, although he's supposed to have this French accent in here, and it's pretty laughably bad and everything. His accent is not the best, but Idris Elba just has a really likable charm to him and stuff, and I think he does a good job playing the character. You got a decent villain in here with Blackout, played by Johnny Whitworth. I think he does a decent job playing the character, and I like his powers of making everything that he touches decay. I think that's kind of cool. He's kind of a cool character. And Fergus Riordan as Danny, the little boy in the movie, he's okay too. I mean, as far as kid actors goes, he's not too bad. And Carrie Ann Hines, who played Steppenwolf in the Justice League movie, and Aberforth Dumbledore in Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2, takes over playing the devil in this movie from Peter Fonda. And I personally like Peter Fonda more. I think he was more creepy and stuff, but Carrie Ann Hines, however you say his name, he does a decent enough job and everything, so that was fine. The CGI is a little bit better in this one compared to the first one. The first one didn't have the best CGI either, but neither one of them have great CGI, but this one looks a little bit better, although I prefer the white skull over the black skull that this one has for the main character. And it has some alright action scenes, although it is really blurry, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going on because it's like really bad shaky cam, and it's kind of annoying and stuff. Like, I think they've tried to keep it toned down and stuff since it's a PG-13 movie and everything, so they had to use a shaky cam to kind of distract you from it, and it was kind of annoying. I know the directors are pretty popular. They did the Crank movies, which I haven't seen yet. I've been wanting to see them I need to watch. I think I have the first one. I need to watch it sometime. But all in all, I think Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance is an okay sequel. It's not near as bad as I remembered it to be. But it's definitely not very good either. It's worth watching maybe once if you're a big Marvel fan and wanting to see all the Marvel movies. I'd say at least watch it once for that. But it's not one that I'm gonna want to revisit anytime soon. Just like with the first one. The first one though, I don't mind watching every now and then because I did like that one a lot more. But this one it's okay. Just really mediocre, and the movie's only an hour and 35 minutes, and sometimes with Marvel stuff, the ones that are that short sometimes don't work. But this one, to me, kind of worked a little bit in its favor, because I think if it would have been much longer, it probably would have overstayed its welcome and would have been a lot worse. And I also think the reason I didn't enjoy it the first time I watched it is because it was a very, very bad quality recorded copy on VHS, because I recorded it when it was on cable, and I think that could be why I didn't enjoy it as much back then either, because the VHS was in very, very poor quality. But this movie is, like I said, it's alright. It's not near as bad as I remember, but it's definitely not a super great movie, and you could tell that Nicolas Cage was just not as into it as he was in the first one. But he did still have some fun moments where he was a little over the top and fun. But like I said, Idris Elba alone is really the best thing about this movie. He's just, there's something about him. He's really got a likable charm, and I've always thought he was a really good actor, and he's kind of underrated. He doesn't really get the respect he deserves. Yeah, so I'd say I'd give Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance a 5 out of 10. It's a middle-of-the-road, mediocre movie. It's nothing special or anything. It didn't leave me wanting more Ghost Rider stuff. Didn't do anything special or anything, but it's okay for what it is. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.